cold and windy, but there are blue skies. So who knows what the day holds? I think it may rain some more. Don't know. But welcome to Tuesday, the 11th of March. March Madness. We are here. Excuse me. All right, so how is everybody feeling? Like, oh my God, I feel like I've been hit by a truck. This is just so full on, it just won't stop. It just won't stop. All right, so there are a lot of things today. So hang on, click some buttons. I'm not seeing anybody yet, but that's okay too. Oh, there we go. I've got someone. All right, so okay, like I was saying, the moon in Leo right now, all right, it is coming up to sextile, harmonious, Jupiter, awesome, at 11 a.m. All right, so there is a good feeling around. And then after, good morning, Mandy. How are you? Your hair's not too purple. It looks beautiful. So, it's not that far off mine. I love it. Good morning, Deborah. Good morning, Claire. How are you? Chris, oh my gosh, I never gave her Mick's number. Okay, all right, okay, anyway, sorry. Shiny thing. Hello, Heather. All right, okay, so like I was saying, sorry, just put my phone down. Good morning, Janine, how are you? All right. Moon sextile Jupiter at 11 o'clock. Amazing. There might be a really good conversation. There might be something social happening. Remember, Jupiter is in Gemini. All right. However, Mercury, which rules Gemini, is station almost retrograde on Saturday, but it's station. So, uh, so Mercury is at 8 degrees and Venus is retrograde at 9 degrees. So over the next couple of days, these two guys switch places, but they're staying conjunct for like 3 days. All right. So Mercury, station retrograde. We're starting to look within. Good morning, Alicia. And then Venus retrograde in Aries. She's thinking about herself. She's looking for her power. She's being very strategic. All right. When I'm saying strategic, it's more like, how about you think of the outcomes? All right. So just like a young warrior would rush into battle, where a seasoned warrior would have a look and see what the playing field looks like. All right, so now Venus has been very quiet. She's only just had that conversation yesterday with Lilith. She's not doing anything today again, no aspects to any other planets that I use. Obviously, there's a lot of people using a lot of different asteroids and points. This is just my astrology, Bridget's astrology. So yeah, Venus is still, very introspective, and Mercury, who's pondering, all right, because Mercury's not moving much, and he's just about to do his retrospective. So very deep and thoughtful feels around, very much about I am, who am I? All right, so that Jupiter at 11 is possibly a good conversation. It's going to uplift you, all right, because after after that 11 a.m., the moon starts to trine Chiron in Aries. All right, so it could be a very, very healing conversation, or it could be just a realization, like, because we are in this slow mental space of pondering, it's our hearts and minds meeting up for a couple of days. They're both just sort of talking to each other, just, rotating on the spot. So that is beautiful. All right. And then at 2 p.m., we have a moon sextile Lilith again. All right. So it really does feel like it's a good conversation that helps us to get to a nice place, that maybe allows us to acknowledge that Lilith, that I shall not be stopped. Don't push me down. Don't blah, blah, blah. So something to consider. All right. Now, another one is the sun does its conjunction to Saturn tomorrow at 9 p.m. All right, now I did hear someone yesterday saying a lot of astrologers call this the hardest day of the year. All right, so this is for tomorrow. But I'm looking at it going, the sun in Pisces and Saturn in Pisces. All right, we've been really working hard to change those subconscious narratives and landscapes that we have because we are working hard to build a dream, or we're doing the work so that we can reach a destination that is more stable than us, maybe in our subconscious. All right, so yes, it's a hard day, but we're already doing the work. All right, this is you really calling in that determination and discipline that is required, even though we've got an eclipse coming on Friday, and oh my God, am I feeling it? Seriously. So that sun in Pisces is just like, what the fuck is going on? All right, so we've got those type of things. All right, and then also the sun has just started a sextile to Uranus. All right, so this is also good, even though we're doing the hard work. Good morning, Dommy, who's got power. Even though we're doing the work, Sun conjunct Saturn, it's starting to feel exciting. Sextile to Uranus. All right, things are changing. You're starting to see the effort. Sorry, you're starting to see the rewards for the effort that you're putting in. So I'm loving that. Now, in addition to that, the sun is moving closer to Neptune, which is another reason why we are like finding it hard to grasp thoughts, remember words. What day is it? What time is it? What am I meant to be doing? Staring off into space, disassociating, drinking more. I don't know, maybe going to the beach more. But it's that Neptune at 29 degrees, which is another powerful reason why we're having floods. It's the last degree of the zodiac. It is like so full on, all right? And then when it moves into Aries, then that might whip up more firestorms rather than water storms. But anyway, you get that. Yes. So, and Mars, who has been quiet recently, is trine Saturn. My last 5 days. So Mars trine Saturn. Mars now has realized all of the reasons why he needs to do the subconscious work, because he's had a look at his ancestry, family history, nurturing that he's received in the past, and knows that he needs to rebuild those beliefs that he holds about himself. All right. And that influence is directly on Venus, Mercury, Chiron, like those Aries placements right now are also feeling that residual effect. But he's square Chiron and square Lilith. Good morning, Sally. Yeah. You could absolutely put your fix stuff in a post saying, "Are you drinking more? Maybe you can add this." All right, so yeah, back to Mars. All right, so Mars, even though I'm saying he's happy to do the work, trine Saturn, he's also he's realizing what work needs to be done. All right, there's that square to Chiron. He understands that he needs to go through the emotions to heal the wounds. All right, so there is a little bit of and then that square to Lilith is, maybe Mars is realizing he had a harsh mother. Maybe Mars is realizing that, the mother wound is stronger than he thought, or maybe he has an attitude towards women that he didn't realize he's comfortable with, or he's not comfortable with. And like I said, that flowing over to the Venus Mercury stuff. Yesterday I was talking about the suppression, Venus suppressing her needs, whereas Mars might realize, all right, Mars square Lilith, he was the one doing the suppressing. All right. So, and even though like you can look at that in a female and male version, it's just our separate parts. You know, we're playing out characters of our family of origin that are just, you know, the character narrative in our subconscious. I don't know why I do it down here. It's more here. Anyway, you know what I mean. I suppose that's the, you know, we're speaking a realization or a history that is not relevant anymore. All right. So there's a lot of stuff happening at the moment. Like March is just crazy. All right. So I'm going to read the words. Does it feel like fate is holding your hand? Or is this the natural place to end up because of all the work that you have put in? Take a minute today to acknowledge where you are right now and what it took for you to get there. Work backwards as far as you can and find the origin point of this project or influence. Everything we do starts with a thought or a suggestion. It could be very empowering for you to realize what that origin story is. So, you know, like the outer planets, Uranus is trine, all right, so good, helpful, the South Node, all right? So we're starting to get exciting about the future projects we're looking at because we realize the things that have been holding us back, all right? And we're very, once we just, you know, like I said, when you work backwards and realize that it was just one point in time that has affected all of the things that you're doing, I'm not saying it's going to be an instant fix, but just those abilities to see the flags flying, red flags flying, when you have a thought that's going to stop you, you know, you're able to quickly identify who it is or who's saying it or where it came from, and you can easily like relabel that street sign. You know, a couple of weeks ago I was talking about our neural pathways. You know, sometimes we're building new off ramps, new habits that take a little bit of time to build. You know, an off ramp can take, you know, a habit takes 30 days. Whereas other times we can just piggyback on roads that are already built, that are already existing. You know, if we have a habit, and we can identify it, we can just relabel and you know, put a different car on, or you know, add a different meaning to that already existing pathway. So again, it's pattern recognition. All right, like I said, today, great day, full on, but it's still, you know, a lot of real potential to get some of this work done, because tomorrow, like I said, we've got that Sun conjunct Saturn. See, tomorrow, excuse me, way more tricky day. You know, we've got a lot of, you know, the moon's doing a lot of inconjuncts tomorrow. So a lot of adjustment required. So if you can sort of work backwards from that and the conversations we have today that trigger the realizations that allow us to heal and move on. So then tomorrow, we've already got that in our mind and we're able to adjust accordingly. All right, so let me just click some buttons. Oh, there we go. All right, so how does that feel for everyone? I'm going to grab a card. Ew, I've got all these cards for sale to go with the bags. I feel like this one, this blue one, I'm going to go for the Doreen Virtue Angel Therapy. You know, not that I'm into angel therapy or anything like that, but that was the one that said, pick me! Right. So I do have a matching bag for this one as well. It's $50 for a bag and card set. If anybody is interested, I'll post some photos tonight maybe. Oh, this one. You have a strong bond with the fairies and your life purpose involves helping Mother Nature. Okay. I feel like that was a bit of a letdown, Doreen. Maybe, you know, working with the vibe that you're feeling, allowing that intuition to flow. Maybe even, you know, another one that is very, very relevant for right now is the coincidences. All right, all of the, you know, the universe lining things up for you. That's a very, very relevant one. So, Oh, that's me, guys. That's me. I hope you guys have a fabulous day. And you remember around that sort of, that 11 o'clock mark, 11 to 2, definitely conversations that could to have very helpful effects. All right, ladies. Mwah. I have been oh, okay. I've been hearing about photos all week and getting told to get. Maybe I'll show you the photos. All right, guys. Mwah. I'll see you tomorrow.